All right, guys, so I saw a post today that said Sophie Cunningham got fined by the WNBA. Sophie Cunningham got fined by the WNBA again for criticizing the refs. So WNBA, I got a question for you. You know, you want to keep finding these players for criticizing the refs. How about instead of finding these players, how about you do your job as a league and get better refs? Because blind men could ref better than your refs. I've watched numerous games where the refs have called fouls that weren't fouls. There was a game earlier this year where they called a foul on Caitlin, who was nowhere near the play. They called a charge foul on her. Excuse me, how do you call a charge? Don't you have to run into somebody for it to be a charge? Because that girl fell on her own because she's probably a bench player and sucks to begin with, and she falls down. So, we're just going to call a foul, right? But yet you won't call fouls when Caitlin gets fucking body slammed to the floor by Marbury over there on the Connecticut Sun and her little partner that can't seem to ever beat Caitlin, so we're just going to body slam her to the floor. Or when Angel Reese in a few games last year basically, or not Angel Reese, but that girl that used to be in the sky, she's known, basically clothesline, pretty much punched Caitlin Clark. So you're not going to do anything about that. Oh, but yeah, get mad when people criticize your league. This is why your league sucks. This is why nobody freaking watches. Yes, I do game recasts for the Fever, the Wings, and I do game recasts for the Fever because I'm a huge Caitlin Clark fan. Wings because I'm a huge Caitlin fan. I do game recasts for the Fever because I'm a huge Caitlin Clark fan. I do game recasts for the Wings because I'm a Paige Beckers fan. And with the Sparks, I have supported this team since their original debut. Since they're one of the original teams when the WNBA first debuted in 1997 was the Sparks. I'm a Lakers fan in the NBA. And I support the Sparks because I also am a Lakers fan. Just like I support the Sky because football, I'm a Bears fan. Baseball, I'm a Cubs fan. Hockey, I'm a Blackhawks fan. So I support the Sky the most I can. But this is a problem with your league. This is why you can't pay your players. You don't want to pay your players because then you have to change rules and get better refs, right? And you can't afford to pay your players because you have borrowed so much money from the NBA to keep your little precious league afloat that you can't even pay your players what they're worth. Don't you think girls like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Asia Wilson, Paige are worth more than the $15,000 to $20,000 they're maybe getting a year to play? Or even $30,000? Don't you think maybe they're worth maybe a $30 million contract where they're going to make $1 million a year? Or don't you think they're worth a 3-year, $30 million contract where we're going to make $10 million a year like NBA players do? Oh, no, you can't do that because you're so in debt to the NBA that you'll never climb out of. So WNBA, how about instead of, what are you going to do when the NBA stops borrowing you money? Your league is going to go under. The reason Caitlin's out right now is because your refs can't do their job and Caitlin gets body slammed and tackled on the floor. Because apparently the people who run your league think this is tackle football. So I'm going to tell you what right now, WNBA, because you can't find me. I stand with Sophie. I agree with Sophie. So does a lot of other fans. And I beg to differ. This is what we're going to have. You don't change things, WNBA. Your league is going to be no more. And then you're going to have to explain to all them women when you're going to shut down why you have to shut down. And I hope when you do that, you tell them the truth and not tell them a lie because you're a bunch of sack of potatoes that can't tell anybody the truth and going to lie to your league to keep them from thinking bad of you. When the truth is, you can't run your league. So if the people running it can't run it, then sell the franchise to people who can, because the people that run in and out are worthless. You got the face of your league sitting out with an injury. God knows when she's coming back because she injured herself because your players want to play hardball and knock her ass to the floor because they can't handle that she's the best player in the WNBA and they can't handle that. So when the face of your NBA franchise decides to say, to heck with you, I'm going to unrival, and when Angel Reese does it, and when Paige does it, guess what? Your league goes night-night. And all you little people that run the WNBA will be remembered forever for ruining a league that could have been great, and nobody will hire you in any sports genre for anything. So, with that being said, we stand with you, Shovey. Keep up the criticism. To heck with them refs. They stink. My 5-year-old nephews could ref better than them. But with that being said, go Wings. Or go Fever, go Wings, go Sparks.